Good morning. I call to order the County of Placer Board of Supervisors meeting for Tuesday, June 12, 2012 at 8 a.m. We'll begin today with the flag salute led by Supervisor Euler. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Supervisor Euler. We'll now have the statement of meeting procedures read by our clerk, Ann Holman.
Welcome to the Placer County Board of Supervisors meeting Tuesday, June 12, 2012. Agendas are available on the wall outside this meeting room. If you are here to speak on an issue not appearing on the agenda, you may do so during the public comment period. There's a 3-minute time limit per speaker. The board is not permitted to take action on items addressed under public comment. When you speak, clearly state your name and address for the record. All items on the agenda will be open for the public to address before final action is taken. There's a 3-minute time limit per speaker, which will be monitored by a timer on the podium. If there is a person speaking on behalf of a group with no other testimony from another member of the group, please identify yourself as such, and your time may be extended at the pleasure of the board. Keep in mind that the chairman has discretion of limiting the total discussion time on any item. If you are hearing impaired, we have listening devices available. It is requested that all pagers and cell phones be either turned off or put in the silent mode. Thank you for your participation and cooperation.
Thank you, Ann. Now is the time for public comment, so if there is any member of the public who would like to make a comment on any item not on today's agenda, today is the time to do so. Seeing none, I will close public comments. We'll move to Supervisors' Committee reports. Any committee reports today?
I have no reports.
All right, seeing none, we will move to our first departmental item. This will be a County Council item.
The board will now adjourn to closed session to discuss the item set out on the agenda under the authority of Government Code 54957, Public Employee Appointment for the position County Executive Officer.
Thank you.
item on public employee appointment. Following discussion with the recruiter, the board has confirmed its final selection of a candidate for appointment as county executive officer. The chair will announce the selected candidate.
Thank you, Jerry. We did discuss and have decided that David Bosch, who has both city and county experience in his past, is the candidate that we are looking forward to working with as CEO for many years to come. I'm going to defer now to Nancy Nittler and take us to our personnel issue on the agenda.
Okay. Good morning, Nancy Nittler, Personnel Director for Placer County. And it's my pleasure this morning to present the staff item tied to the selection and search for a county executive officer. As you'll remember, back in January, with the impending retirement of our prior county executive officer, your board began a thorough and deliberative process to recruit and select the new county executive officer. The executive search firm of Ralph Anderson Associates, specifically Heather Rentschler of that firm, was contracted to provide assistance to the board in conducting an in-depth search that generated much interest in Placer County. We received more than 50 applications from candidates from 13 states across the nation, many of the candidates having deep experience in California local government and some in business. In narrowing the field, the board conducted several rounds of interviews with the candidates as they thoroughly explored the depth of knowledge and expertise of the candidates and assessing the potential leadership fit with the challenges and opportunities facing our county today and in the future. As you'll remember, last week, on June 5th, the board directed the recruiter and staff to work with the preferred candidate, whom we just heard was Mr. David Bosch, on the terms and conditions of an employment agreement for final discussion this morning with the board. As also announced by the chair, David Bosch will bring more than 30 years of county and municipal experience to the job and was most recently the county manager for San Mateo. Mr. Bosch's educational background includes a bachelor's degree in urban planning from the University of Utah, a master's of public administration from the John F. Kennedy School of Government, Harvard University, and he is a government executive credentialed by ICMA. You'll also note in the public item there is an employment agreement attached to the board item, which provides the specific terms to the county executive officer position and includes a base salary of $215,384 annually. As also noted in this staff item, the salary and benefits of the agreement are within the previously board-approved county executive officer range, and the benefit package is similar to those provided to department heads within the county. Items of note, the employee will be paying the full employee contribution to the CalPERS retirement plan, 7%, with a formula of 2% at 55. The benefit package will be prorated based on the date of hire and will include 148 hours of management leave, which can be used on payroll or converted to cash, vacation accrual of 4 weeks commensurate with his years of experience in public service, an annual automobile allowance of $6,600, which offsets partially the cost of transportation associated with doing business as the county executive officer, and similar insurances and premium cost sharing is provided to the remainder of the county employees. The application of this salary and benefit package would achieve a savings of approximately 16% over the 2011 costs for the county executive officer and has been fully funded in the county executive proposed budget for fiscal year 12-13. Concludes my presentation. Heather Rentschler from the firm Ralph Anderson is here this morning. Either of us would be happy to answer questions, but I turn it over to the chair for.
Thank you very much, Nancy. Great presentation, and thank you for including the details of the compensation. I think that's very important, but to us as a board, understanding that we have a budget to balance and to the community at large. Are there any questions or concerns from the board at this point in time? All right, any questions for Heather while we have her here? All right, seeing none, what's the pleasure of the board?
I'm going to move approval of the contract for Mr. Bosch. Before I do so, though, I did want to commend the board, my fellow board members here, for their participation and their collaboration with regards to the selection of our new county executive. As everyone knows, it's a very detail-oriented. There's a lot of things to consider, and I think we did a very good job of taking a look at all of the issues and arriving at this particular juncture. I also want to thank staff for Nancy Nittler for putting the package together and walking us through the various issues with regards to hiring. Also Heather and your firm for staying the course and providing us the outline for the direction of where we needed to go. And with that, I will move approval of this contract.
And I will second and only add that our board was very fortunate to have received applications from a tremendous field of very qualified individuals, and very pleased to have been in a position where we were able to choose among any number of people who would have done the job very well, and to be in that position where we would have had any number of folks that we would have felt comfortable bringing in, and it was just a nice problem to have when you have to figure out which among all of those is the one that you get to choose. Nice problem to have. So I want to thank all those that expressed interest in the process along the way.
Supervisor Holmes? Nothing? Okay. I just really want to echo Kirk's comments and just say we had just a great array of individuals to choose from. I was very impressed by Heather and the way that she handled this process and really helped us get through what could have been a very difficult process and made it very clear, comprehensive, and understandable. Supervisor Wygant could not be here today, but he and I were on the subcommittee who were sort of tasked with handling this process, and he is very supportive of Mr. Bosch. He is very pleased that he'll be coming forward to the county and wishes he could be here today to cast a vote in the affirmative, but unfortunately fortunately for him, he's probably fishing or something. But what is the pleasure of the board? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion carries. We have a new CEO. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Really, truly appreciate all your efforts. We stand adjourned at 8:24.